the hairdryer with which Alex Ferguson was famously associated. He threw a hairdryer, I think, at David Beckham is that right?
No.
Who did he throw the hairdryer at?
The hairdryer is a metaphor for the current of hot air generated by a furious blast of temper.
There was a boot thrown.
Just a boot he threw it.
There's all kinds of stories about what happened to David Beckham. I mean, there was Ferguson said he kicked a boot. Maybe he did. There was other stories about it, but it wasn't an hairdryer.
Oh, I always thought that he threw a hairdryer at David Beckham, which I thought was quite appropriate. The Herald has real RA gang shoots kidnapped victim, and the Examiner leads with deal allows for write-off and restructuring. Banks wrote off €400 million in home debt in quarter 2000 and in quarter 4 in 2012. And also we've got the front page of the Corkman with us. Not fair to throw us out of church. TD angered by baby killer slur. That's the TD is Deputy Tom Barry, who a Cork TD has called on the Catholic Church to lift the threat of excommunication for any politicians who vote in favour of proposed abortion legislation. Let's talk about Alex Ferguson. It's really quite a momentous day in football given that he's retired. He's the most famous manager, I suppose, in football around the world, and maybe the most successful.
Certainly the most successful, the most famous, maybe the best that there's ever been. A story that we should mention that isn't on any of these front pages, but is going to be on some back pages tomorrow, is that Wayne Rooney has apparently asked for a transfer now from Manchester United. This is reported by some well-sourced journalists tonight. So it seems to be quite a good day for newspaper journalists who've dug up a couple of interesting stories in the last 24 hours.
And David Moyes of Everton is likely to be Alex Ferguson's successor, apparently.
Yes, and David Moyes seems to be the successor. I think that a lot of people might be a little bit surprised that Moyes is going to be the choice. I mean, given that Jose Mourinho is... Well, I think if you listen to something Alex Ferguson said today, he said, this is, when he's leaving, he says, when I came into this club, Bobby Charlton helped me to sort of build up the club and not just the team. And I think what he envisages is him playing a sort of a Bobby Charlton role as a mentor to David Moyes. He clearly will be, I think, struggling to convince a lot of people. I mean, Manchester United is a bit like, it seems to have been a really stable club over the last while, but it's all been held together by the authority of Alex Ferguson. So if he's suddenly gone, I mean, you have all these disparate elements in a coalition which has been held together by him. The owners need him because they don't really know anything about the game. And he's a kind of a buffer between them and the fans. A lot of whom don't like him. The players all respect him, and it stops rivalries between the squad getting out of hand. The fans generally, I think, are behind him, and the media can't criticise him because he's too successful. So any new manager is not going to have those advantages.
Jonathan, what stories do you want to focus on?